Welcome to the Black Man's Perspective with Omar Tyree. I'm Gary Johnson with Calculations, the talk show. Omar's here, and as we build this thing, he's building questions up for us. People are coming to me on the side, they're mailing questions in. Omar, welcome back. This is your spot. I got some questions for you, brother. One of them, at least one solid question, and there's been a theme regarding this question, and I'm gonna look at it to make sure I get it right, because this is a summary. How can Black men combat the stigma around seeking therapy and prioritize their mental health?
Right. Well, it's a whole lot more conversation about mental health now where, they can start to feel more comfortable with it, because it's a term that everybody's using. I remember the football players were going through and basketball guys going through, mental health situations and they needed a timeout and all that kind of stuff. So when you start talking about athletes at the professional level, it doesn't get any harder than that. You know what I mean? As far as the stigma of manhood, these dudes are, the superheroes. And, we watching football and boxing and all that. So when they come out, they like the superheroes of manhood because they getting money to be masculine every day in their sports and stuff. So I think it's loosening up. But when you start getting into the individual person that hasn't been raised with an ability to speak on what's bothering him, then you're still going to have to pull him into the conversation. I think Charlemagne the God is doing a great service with a lot of the mental health things that he does and the books that he's putting out. And they continue talking about it because he went through a whole lot of mental health issues. And I got a latest book out called Control that deals in the same, avenue of mental health, because when you don't control what you think you control, it can spaz you out, man. And that's everybody. Men, women, young, old, rich, poor, the whole nine, dude. And it's crazy because sometimes you think a rich man has everything, but that's not the case, man. A lot of rich guys, they can't control the women in their lives. You know what I mean? And women just taking them for money, and that's why they do all these, different ways of hiding money. And they got the whole, when you get married, they got the, what they call it, when you don't want to give the money up when you get the marriage, what they call that, when you write the stuff up in the marriage proposal.
Prenup.
Yeah, the prenups. You know what I mean? Brothers like, you ain't taking me for my money. So it's a lot of fear and stuff going on. So I wrote a book called Control because I went through that too, man, where if you're successful at a young age, I was successful at 24 years old, man, coming right out the gate at Howard and working my books and making my own money, my own time, my own boss, my own company, my own bank account with my own LLC on it at 24 years old. So by the time I was 34, my head was big as daggone Godzilla or something, with what I thought I could do. And then you start running into real life where you need more money to do things, where you need a bigger force to do things, where you need to talk to a person that, so all that stuff can spaz you out. And now you go into frustrations and mental health situations and manic depressive behavior. I wrote about all that stuff. I got a book called Just Say No, where I wrote about manic depressive behavior when we talk about the musicians, you know what I mean? And how much, love they get. And then when you got a messed up song or you do something bad, now you're not getting love, you're getting the hate. And the hate is just as strong as the love. We start talking about Chris Brown and what he went through with Rihanna.
My goodness.
You know what I mean? Where one day he was on top of the world, the next day they were smashing his albums and saying they hated him. And one day, so it's unbelievable what you can go through. But a lot of brothers, they still got to learn how to talk, and learn how to be open about it. I think social media is allowing them to do more of that. They're hearing more other brothers doing it. I'm going to be talking more and writing more. So the more they're around it, where they can feel like, it's safe to come out and talk about whatever I'm dealing with. I think that after a while, it's going to come out even more because I've always been a vocal dude. And that's why I'm a writer now. So, sometimes they need to look at people who are being more courageous and then say, you know what, I can say that and get over it. You know what I mean? Charlemagne the guy can unravel all his stuff and get over it. Now Wallow, in Philadelphia is unleashing his stuff with his book and getting over it. Talking about how he came out of jail and he was on drugs and how he had to get back straight. And so that comeback story is the story that everybody loves. The Bible has all the comeback stories with Abraham and Moses and David. They're the biggest comeback stories. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you down and out and God picks you back up at an old age. And so guys just got to stop being, wimps about it and chumps and be courageous, see other people do it, and then say, you know what, I got to get this out of my system. I got to make sure that I announce this and I'm going through this so I can get some help for it. And I think the more we talk about it with, strong men that they look at and say, that's a strong man. He ain't coming off weak. I can hear it in his voice. I can see it in his stance. If he can do it, then I can do it. You know what I mean? So the more you get more strong men, coming out and saying, look, I've been going through some issues. I really need some help. This is what I went through. You know what I mean? More brothers can say, you know what? This is normal. We all going through this stuff because it's been normal. So we're all coming out to get help now.
You know what? Right before we came on, probably about 45 minutes ago, I was watching the national news. There was a brother in court who was arrested for taking a baseball bat to the mother of his children and to her friend.
Wow.
And the friend, they were all held up in the bathroom. The friend called the police. When the police got there, and I was just watching on the news, the brother told the police officer he was frustrated because she wouldn't listen to him, and taking a bat to her and a bat to some of the furniture was the only way he felt he could get her attention.
Wow.
Now, come on, man. That dude, I mean, therapy, well, jail's probably in his future now, but along with some therapy. But who knows what this brother was going through for him to snap like that?
Well, it's crazy because he gave you an explanation, right?
Yeah, that's what he told the police.
Now, here's what's going on. And I hate to say this on the man show, but sometimes those explanations be right on point. And women have gotten away with it where now it's like, I dare you to, so sometimes you're not in that room with him and we automatically say, oh, he's crazy, but he's in that room locked in there. He can walk out, but he's feeling like this is my kids, this is my house, and she's not listening to me. And I'm not going to keep walking away from my own house and my own kids. You see that? And so
it's a cumulative effect. It's a drip, cumulative effect that builds up. And that, I don't know, but that could be part of it with this brother. Who knows?
Yeah, but that's going to have to be dealt with because, again, we keep looking at, you got to control yourself. If you're in a situation where the other person needs control too, and we putting it all on him, and I'm just saying, man, cause and reaction. I'm a science major too. I keep telling people that. And when you start doing scientific experiments, you know what I mean? We got the cause and we got the reaction. So we got people that do things and then we ignore why they did it. So he told you why he did it, but you're sitting there and you still just blow that aside. But I have to look at that and say, yeah, he told you what's going on. We need to talk to the woman. And we have to do that. It's both of them. It takes two to make a thing go right. I hated that song, man, when I was at Howard, but they played that song 100 times a day. It also takes two to make a thing go, wrong. Okay. So it's not just him. He told you what was going on. We have to have an interview with her. And we got too many people saying it doesn't matter what she did. No.
Oh, no, it matters. It matters.
It does matter. Yeah, we got to stop doing that. So we got to deal with both of them. That news report, we got to get in there, sit down with the sister and say, what is going on with you and both of y'all? We can't just look at that brother because that's where we always get messed up. We looking at what he did without looking at what caused him to do that.
The whole picture. The whole picture.
Yeah. I'm a storyteller, man. When I tell a story and I explain something, I explain why that thing happened. I love doing that. I'm not going to tell no story and just, oh, that just happened because it just happened. No, you got to explain why did that happen? Why did he do that? You feel me? So we can't keep going through situations like this where we leave a brother out to dry without interviewing a sister to say, look, what is going on here? Now, I don't know the result of that story. Did he kill the people? What was the...
No. The police managed to come before he...
Okay, before he did something.
Before he battered her and hit her, but there was no death or anything, but it was a lot of damage.
In that situation there, I'm begging, brother, somebody has to interview that young lady and deal with her temperament, her attitude, because I guarantee it's gonna come out immediately, and whoever interviews her is gonna say, you know what, you need to get help too. Right now.
Right.
I'm telling you, brother, and we got to stop doing that. We got to stop looking at one side of the picture without looking at the full thing.
Okay. All right. Hang on, Omar, because what we're going to do, the other brothers are coming on. We're going to stop this one now. We can pick up if we need to. Hang on.
Yeah.
pretending I knew you, and you knew me too. And just like a young man, you were too shy. But that's okay, baby, 'cause so was I. And I dreamed of you ever since. Now I build up my confidence. And the next time you come my way, I'll know just what to say. Can we talk for a minute? Boy, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Boy, I want to know your name. I started to write you letters, but I wanted to be more clever. I wanted to get down and sweet talk you. But just like a baby, I could not talk. And I tried to come closer, but could not walk. And I think of it every night, how I just could not get it right. Oh, if we ever come closer again, I'll know just what to say. Can we talk? Can we talk, baby? For a minute. For a minute, baby. I want to know your name. Yeah. Can we talk? Can we talk for a minute, baby? I want to know your name. Oh boy, one more chance with you again, and I will not let it go. Oh, please give me just one more chance for our love, 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 love. For a minute. Can we talk for a minute, baby? I wanna know your name, boy. Can we talk? Can we talk for a minute, baby? I want to know your name. I wanna know your name. I gotta know your name. Can you talk to me, baby? I wanna know your name. I wanna know your name. Can you tell me your name, baby? Talk to me for a minute. Come on and talk to me, baby.